God has called you to move. This is one of my favorite topics and favorite things anymore. So first of all, hello, I'm Courtney Carlson and welcome back to my YouTube channel. But I really believe this, and it's probably because I stayed stuck for so long. I stayed really complacent. I grew up like being a victim of things, but then carrying that mindset in my mind that I was still a victim, that I was a victim to life, that I couldn't do anything, that I was powerless. Sorry if you hear the animals in the background. They decided to wrestle right under the table. My train of thought. Move. So I think I got to go on this journey of really learning and knowing that I could own my life. I could own my story. I could own the things that happened to me, and those didn't have to be the end. And so this video is less about healing those things, which I talk about in other videos, but this is really the concept of God has called you to move. Like there's an anticipation and there's an action to this process. And I think so often people just, want to sit back and want to say, well, if it's meant for me, God will bring it to me type thing. But I think there's so much emphasis on what you have to offer. What can you be doing in this process in taking those action steps and moving forward? It takes active participation and you like hands on in the ring. I am ready to go. And I started living this way maybe 4 or 5 years ago, where I really started to open up to my life is a direct result of what I'm doing and not doing. And I think that was, at the time, it was good and bad, because I really looked around my life and I thought, wow, this is not the life that I want to be living. And so I really started to own my life, like I said, and really started to come back here and ask myself, what do you want your life to look like? What do you want it filled with? What kind of job do you want to have? What kind of career? I started asking myself all the specifics of my life. And of course, in communion with God, just praying to Him about what does life look like for me? What do you have for me? What's my calling? And then taking as much action intentionally as I could and as I knew to do. So I want to encourage you to stop waiting, to stop longing for that thing that you want to do so badly, and start to take action. Start to move, okay? And now, maybe there are a few steps before the thing that you want to do. That's okay. Like I always encourage people, maybe you do have to go back to college. Maybe you do have to take a night course. Maybe you just have to study something online and build that skill. Or maybe you have to do that skill and be bad at it, and then it builds in you. Maybe you get better over time. I don't know what that looks like. But for example, if you want to start a business and a company and you're like, man, I just really want to do that, but I don't know how to get there. Start taking any action that you can in moving forward. I think about it like this. The Bible somewhere, and I'm not really good with like scripture locations, but I remember, the scripture that talks about God will light He's your lamp. Yeah. Unto your path or whatever. But I think that we have to be moving. We have to be moving on our path. Oh, He directs your steps. That's what I was trying to say. Right? But we have to be stepping. We have to be like, all right, Lord, I'm walking forward and allowing Him to direct us which side to go, right? But it's an active participation. It's you being in the ring. It's you saying, I'm going to do as much as I possibly can to partner with Him, to partner with what He can do for you. So I want to encourage you to move, to take action, that God has called you to move. And you know what that looks like, and pray to Him and He'll give you specifics of what that looks like in your own life. And I hope that's helpful. If it is, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next few videos.